I'm here today to give you a little meeting about information that people have asked us a lot at vet clinics. They would like to know how to have a little kit at home with some products to help us in case of an emergency. If your animal gets hurt or if he has some indigestion, it's always good to have some products at home until we could meet with our veterinarian. First thing that we would need, gloves. It's simple, but it's always practical. We have gloves if we need to disinfect a wound, if we don't want to touch something that looks gross, always nice to have. Little gauze or little thing to wipe if there's some blood, if there's something just to wipe, always nice to have. They're clean, they're made for this, so we leave them to have in case of an emergency. A little bandage, it's a self-adhesive bandage, so it's not sticky, but it will stick to itself. So you could put it on a wound, and when you don't need it anymore, you could easily take it off. Just be careful not to put it too tight because we don't want it to be squeezing the paw too much. Another product that we have is Quick Stop. It's a little powder that is used in case you cut the nails at home and you go a little too short and it starts bleeding. You just put a little powder on a Kleenex. You could dab the little nail until it stops bleeding. If you don't have Quick Stop at home, you could always use cornmeal at home. It could do the same job. A product that we have even more in case of an emergency, if you find a tick on your animal, they're more and more common now in our regions. It's a little hook to remove the entirety of your tick. The first reflex we would have is to pull on the tick, but sometimes the head is really buried in the skin. So by using a hook, twisting it around, pulling it, you're sure that you're removing the whole tick. Chlorhexidine solution, it's a disinfection solution. It is odorless and it doesn't burn like alcohol would. It's a product you could find at your vet or you could find at the pharmacy. It's a disinfection that also have residual effect. So even after you finished cleaning the wound, it will keep disinfecting the area. The collar, the cone of shame, is the cone you will often have with your pet after he's been sterilized. So just keep it at home in case of an emergency. If your animal starts scratching his ear and it gets a little bloody, it will prohibit him from scratching too much his ear and making it more bloody. And if there's a wound on his hip, it will prevent for him to be able to lick the wound. Skunk Off, it is a shampoo for skunk. If your animal goes outside at the end of the day when the sun comes down, the skunks come out and then they will spray on your animal. The first reflex we will have is often to try to rinse your animal because it does smell very strong, but it will reactivate the scent. So if you could just use your shampoo right away, put it on your pet, and after it's everywhere, then you emulsify with your water, it will work better. And finally, we have gastrointestinal canned food for cats or dogs. Sometimes your animal will have a gastrointestinal indigestion. Maybe he ate too much grass or something outside. So if you give him a little bit of canned food for a day, 2 days, 3 days, sometimes it could solve a lot of problems. It will help the gastrointestinal system to maybe get resolved with the indigestion, diarrhea, or vomiting. If you have any question, you could always ask your veterinarians. All these products could be found either in a pharmacy or at the vet. And if you have any question, always not be shy to talk to your veterinarian. Have a good day. Good luck.